Welcome to the Million Pound Mission Podcast. I'm your host, Adam Shively, the PhD, the previously heavy dude, and I'm on a 1 million pound mission. Now, I've personally lost over 100 pounds, and I've applied what I've learned from my own transformation journey to help my hometown clients lose over 35,000 pounds in just 5 years. Now I'm on a mission to produce over 1 million pounds of results by delivering my best weekly tips, motivation, inspirational stories, and transformation strategies so that you can gain clarity about what you need to do to reach your goals and give you the confidence to take action. And the perfect time to start taking action is right now. So let's do this. Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of the Million Pound Mission Podcast. It is your buddy Adam, the PhD, the previously heavy dude, and this is episode number 176. Don't fall for this mindset trap. I'm going to knock your socks off with this one. I'm going to rock your world. But first, we got to talk about our sponsor for this week, Four Sigmatic. Check them out at foursigmatic.com. This is my go-to shop for the mushroom elixirs, the mushroom coffees. They've got this green tea matcha. I'm not even sure if that's how you pronounce it. M-A-C-H-A, matcha? Maca? No, it's matcha for sure. Green tea matcha. That's delicious. And it's got a little bit of caffeine in it too, which is, I'm starting to kind of dabble a little bit with the old caffeine. But these products are amazing. I really enjoy them. I use them every day. I share them out at my gym. I share them with my friends and family. I just went on a trip, a little vacation with the family, with the in-laws, and I'm handing out packets of mushroom tea, which I'm not sure how they thought about that. But people, once they heat up the water, you dump in the little packet of deliciousness, and then you feel better, and you're like, wow, this is a great product. And now they're all ordering at foursigmatic.com. Just like you guys can, go to foursigmatic.com, foursigmatic.com, and enter the promo code MPM, like Million Pound Mission, and get 15% off. 15% off. There you go. Now, let's talk about you guys. Enough about mushroom coffee. Let's talk about you guys. This is an issue for... I think everybody gets this mindset. They fall into this mindset trap at one point or another in their transformation, especially if you've struggled a little bit, all right? And it is the thought that goes through your head when you have that self-conversation and you say, I should be able to do this on my own by now, right? Did that just hit home a little bit for some of you guys? I should be able to do this on my own by now. Why can't I do this on my own by now? I've been trying to lose this 20 pounds for the last 10 years, and I lose a little bit, and I do a different program, and I don't succeed, and I crash and burn and go back to where I started. I shouldn't. I know what I need to do. I just need to do it. I hear that a lot. I know what I need to do, Adam. I just needs to do it. And we all fall into this mindset trap. So I'm going to give you a specific example, not using real names this time. I got myself in a little trouble for doing that in the past. So, oh man, I'm awesome at this. I got an email from a client that recently kind of fell into this trap and quit after a whole almost 3 days of doing our program. So this is an actual email pulled from, so when somebody does a boot camp, they have to report in each day. There's like an accountability upgrade where they can pay a little bit extra and they get daily accountability coaching. All my coaches started as clients, so it's awesome. They've been through the program. They've had great results. They're trained by me, and they're super awesome. So people, shout out to Marcy and Lisa, and let's see, Brooke, Karen, and Lauren. I think that's all of them. I don't think I forgot anybody. So those are my accountability coaches, and they rock. And they've all, like I said, they started as clients just like you guys. So you have to send them an email with your food and fitness report and check in. And that is the way. And Bill, I forgot Bill, Cardio Bill, my fitness guy. So don't want to forget Cardio Bill. So you have to send your report in and check in with those coaches. They give you feedback. They give you support. So this individual had not sent their Wednesday food report in, and the coach chases you down. That's called accountability. It's not like, hey, here's our workout program. Good luck with that. It's, here's our workout program. Here's what we want you doing. Report in every day. If you don't, I'm going to check in just to make sure that you're accountable to the process, because we know the process works. And we want you to be our next awesome success story. So the coach checked in, said, hey, just looking for that log. And this is the response that we got. This is the exact email. And I quote, I don't have a food log for Wednesday. I had 2 employees call in sick again, and it was another bad day at work. In any event, I spent most of the afternoon and evening yesterday self-debating and ultimately decided to leave the program. I'm pretty well set in my ways and wasn't sure this was going to be the right atmosphere for me. I work much better independently, and I do not like having to be accountable to anyone but me. All right, so this is the mindset that we all get into. Why can I do this on my own? I hear this a lot too. I need to be accountable to myself first before I can be accountable to anyone else. And that is completely ass backwards. All right? That is backwards. You have to be accountable to someone else and many other people and continue to build accountability to have any shot at being self-accountable and being able to show up just because you know you need to show up. So it always bums me out to get those types of emails. But it's the reality. That's why I wanted to podcast on this topic, because I know so many of us are out there falling victim to this mindset trap. So let's talk about, how do we solve this? How do we wrap our mind around it, and how do we solve it? I want to review a concept that I taught. It was probably in the first 10 episodes. So it's been well over 150 episodes since I talked about this. It's called the transformation timeline. And there are 3 distinct phases that I feel like you have to pass through and continue to cycle through to have a successful long-term transformation. So get your notepads ready. Here we go. Phase 1, I call the coachability phase. This is where the black hole of fitness doom exists. And I've talked about the black hole of fitness doom a lot recently, but it's a big damn deal. This is where most people never make it out of phase 1. These are the people that, are always losing, regaining, getting frustrated, saying I should be able to do this by now. This is where they live, phase 1, and there's no results in phase 1. All right, so it's the coachability phase. Are you willing to give up control? Are you willing to let someone else hold you accountable? Are you willing to let someone else teach you how to escape the black hole of fitness doom? All right, so the black hole of fitness doom, quick review there, it's a circle. The top of the circle, it's interconnected arrows going around like a clock in clockwise fashion. So the top arrow on the top of the circle is we start something new. And the second arrow to the right going down is you get initial results, because there's that initial fire, I just started boot camp. I just started this program. It's awesome. Then at the bottom of the circle, coming back around to the left side, is the life happens moment. Something happens, those danger zones happen, and then the crash and burn. That completes the circle. That completes that cycle of vicious black hole of fitness doom, that's where transformations go to die. That is where your transformation goes to die, and that's where this mindset of, why am I not able to do this on my own by now? I should be able to do this without any help. Those are the people that get stuck in that, because you have, there's a process here, and you aren't willing to, again, to be accountable. We, as human beings, we shy away from accountability. Like this person in this email is just this is a story that they're telling themselves. They are better off, only being accountable to myself. BS. Because this person, I've seen him not in good shape. That's not working. All right. That's the reality of, I'm much better off. I work better independently. And, I don't like being accountable to anyone but me. Well, no one likes being accountable to other people when they first start, right? Getting coached is uncomfortable. Letting go of your ego is uncomfortable, but it's necessary. We have to get outside of that comfort zone. We have to let go of the ego. That's the only way we can escape the black hole of fitness doom. So that's the first step to escaping out of phase 1 and out of the black hole of fitness doom, is letting go of your ego and allowing someone else to coach you. The second key thing to escaping phase one in the black hole of fitness doom is you have to collect accountability anchor points. You don't shy away from accountability. You collect accountability anchor points. It's like climbing a mountain. You anchor on as often as possible. You want as many anchors as possible. Your coach, your friends, your spouse, your buddies, your coworkers, your kids. You are telling all sorts of people about your goal. You're asking them for support, and you are joining Facebook groups. You're, plugging into group programs. You're, plugging into a fit community in your neighborhood or whatever. You're collecting those anchor points, because as you climb that mountain, you only will fall to that last anchor point. And you don't want just one, because if that one goes away, you're left without any accountability. And again, we need to be accountable to other people before we can be accountable to ourselves. All right. So in the transformation timeline, like I said, the person that gets just jarred and stuck in this mindset, they're always in phase one. And like I said, there are no results in phase one. You might lose a little bit, but then you gain it back. That's called no results. That's not results. That's no results. That's the worst possible scenario, because again, you're wasting your time, your money, your effort, you're depleting your willpower, your hope is going down the toilet because it gets harder every time you do this. All right. So having this mindset of I should be able to do this on my own by now. By now, you are just getting started. It is phase one of 3 phases. All right. So we have to delete this mindset. To move into phase 2, again, we have let go of our ego. We've allowed someone else to coach us. We've collected accountability anchor points. Another tip is to look at all the key areas of your life and establish an anchor point, an accountability anchor point, a support anchor point in each of those areas. So if you spend a lot of time, obviously at work, at home, we need accountability and support anchor points there. Maybe you have a group of friends, church, clubs, whatever. Wherever you spend your most time, analyze that and say, I got to build an anchor point. I must find accountability. I must find support in all these areas. All right. So that's how we move out of the black hole of fitness doom. That's some of the ways. Obviously, we have to solve danger zones. I've talked about that before. But just along the lines of being accountable and being able to do this on our own, quote unquote. So that moves us out of phase 1. Phase 2 of the transformation timeline is what I call solidifying your new healthy lifestyle balance. This is where we look at that balance between health and lifestyle. And initially, as we invest more time in shifting our momentum from negative to positive, that balance is skewed towards health. You're sacrificing, you're making some true sacrifices with your lifestyle. You aren't spending as much time doing some of the things that you used to do. Maybe not seeing your buddies that you used to see all the time. Maybe not going out for beers after work, or things like that. But this is the phase. Phase 2 is where we start to regain balance. Obviously, you're not going back to drinks every night after work, but you can go back and handle seeing other people drink because you've built up momentum, and maybe you use a cheat meal every once in a while for that, but it's more about the experience than the drinks, and you still go out with your buddies, and that's cool. We find that balance, all right? That happens in phase 2. Now, key thing here, we can't stop doing the things that helped us become successful in the first place. My God, because it creeps up again in phase 2. I should be able to do this on my own by now, right? And phase 2, this may be 2 years down the road. This may be 3 years down the road. All right, this may be 10 years down the road. You've lost weight. You're in that balance mode. And we can't all of a sudden go, well, you know what? Using the Adam's Battle Plan workbook, that really worked for me. And it worked for me so well, I'm going to completely stop doing it. I will never do that again because it works so well. But we do things like that. We just ditch, the things that always, the habits, the programs that worked so well for us, that helped us get that initial success, that helped us break out of the black hole of fitness doom, that helped us break out of phase 1 in the transformation timeline. So we have to stay conscious and focused on the things and the key habits that always work. All right, focus on the things that always work. So using my battle plan workbook, doing that every 28 days, rain or shine, good, bad, or ugly, you fill out a workbook. I've got local clients that have had long-term great success, but then they start to fade a little bit because they quit attending weigh-ins. They don't show up for classes as often. They don't attend, goal planning, goal achieving workshops that I put on. And they used to. They used to be the person that if I put something on, they were there. And that's what got their momentum going. But they got away from those habits. But the good news is we can always bring them back. It's that easy. We know it's worked in the past. We've got the map right there in front of us. All we have to do is follow it. So that's a key part of phase number 2. We cannot stop doing the things that have helped us become successful. Now, another key thing in phase 2, we have to continue to collect accountability anchor points. All right, we can't get in that mindset again of, I should be able to do this on my own. And now I also want to really make a note about, like the financial aspect here. I'm not saying you should always be paying somebody to coach you or, I'm not trying to sell my programs, but like you should always not just pay somebody. Hell, you should be paying me through all these phases. I'm the only one that can get you through. I can get you through, but obviously the financial issue creeps up. An accountability anchor point is showing up 3 times a week and listening to this podcast. It's free. It's free. And one day I will be paid by sponsors. I know it, but it's free for you. It's always free for you. And so that's an accountability anchor point, showing up and listening to what I have to say, because I'm going to bring it for real. Like today, I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm sure some people will unsubscribe because they don't want to hear it. They don't want to be accountable. The person that sent that email, they aren't listening to the podcast anymore. But I feel like I'm going to tell you the things that you need to hear. I always tell my clients that I work with, I won't always tell you what you want to hear, but I guarantee you I'll tell you what you need to hear. There's a big difference, and that's an issue in fitness. Look at personal training. The personal trainer, those sessions run out, they're like, hey, girl, you're looking great. Great job. You're doing awesome. It's time to renew those sessions. They tell you what you want to hear, but you may be crashing and burning, falling into the black hole fitness doom. You've gained 50 pounds, but they're not going to focus on that. That's an issue. So we have to continue to collect accountability anchor points, whether we like it or not. I'm telling you, that's how you move from phase 2 to phase 3. Phase 3 of the transformation timeline, I call new purpose, new identity. And this is another transformation trap where if you're on a weight loss journey, people will lose all the weight. Now who am I? I was interviewing an individual for the show, and we were talking about this where, if people set a goal of running a marathon and then all of a sudden they've ran the marathon, now what? Now who am I? Because before I was the person that was on that marathon journey. And a lot of you are that person that's on that weight loss journey. Well, what happens when you lose the weight? When you hit your goal? When you are in maintenance mode, then what? So that's what phase 3 is all about, is creating that new purpose, that new identity. And the key point here is you have to get fired up to start this whole process over again and get outside of your comfort zone with a brand new goal. So cycling through the transformation timeline is expected. Like that's how we continue to improve. It's like stair steps. The black hole of fitness doom is a circle. It's a downward spiral. We want to escape that. The transformation timeline, like I said, it's like a stair step. You're always continuously setting bigger and better goals, getting more and more fit, more and more healthy. Yeah, it's easier to build positive momentum. It's easier to set new goals and learn new things because you know the process. So let's say you lose all your weight and then you set a big goal that you want to be able to do an obstacle course race, right? A mud run, a tough mudder, whatever. And that's way outside your comfort zone. So you have to go back to phase 1 and become coachable. I have to learn how to train for this. How do I train for an obstacle course race and not get hurt, right? So, and then phase 2, once we get that training regimen, there's going to be some sacrifices. We have to learn how to make that healthy lifestyle balance again. And again, collect accountability anchor points with our new mindset, with our new goal. And then eventually we hit the goal. We're back in phase 3, new purpose, new identity, new goal, and we shift gears again. That's the transformation timeline. So that, I almost didn't talk about the transformation timeline. I almost just focused on the mindset and the black hole of fitness doom, but I feel like it's important to see the bigger picture. All right, if I could draw this out for you, and I do have a YouTube page, which I never post to anymore because I just don't have time to do it. I had the choice of doing 3 shows a week or 1 show a week, and I could post videos on YouTube. And I chose 3 episodes a week on the podcast. I am doing some stuff on Instagram TV, but I have not done any drawn out diagrams on this. But if I was to draw this out for you, the transformation timeline would be 3 vertical columns. All right, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. In the first column on the left, that is where the black hole of fitness doom is. All right. And to pass through, we have to be coachable. We have to collect accountability anchor points, and we have to set them up in the key areas of our life. We have to give up ego and allow someone else to coach us. We have to be willing to learn. Then phase 2 is the middle column. That's that healthy lifestyle balance. That's where that's where we understand that we are temporarily sacrificing lifestyle to reclaim our health momentum, but that's temporary. This is the point where people go, I can't handle this. I can't do this forever, Adam. I can't do this forever, and I don't expect you to. This is the phase where we have that initial setting out of balance towards the health side of the scale, but we rebalance. And to move through into phase 3, the right side column, that's where we've found the balance and we've hit our big goal and we set that new purpose, that new identity. We find that and start the process over again. All right, my friends. So hopefully this helps. It can be a tough pill to swallow when somebody calls you out on your shit. And that I do that a lot, but I feel like that I'm not afraid to do that with you guys. You know, it may rub people the wrong way, but again, my promise to you is that I won't tell you what you want to hear. I will tell you what you need to hear. And I see this as an issue that pops up too often. All right, so you just have to delete the mindset of I should be able to do this on my own by now. Because like anything that you learn, you don't do it on your own. Now, you want to learn accounting, you can't show up to one accounting class and be like, I should be able to know accounting by now. Like this person that sent that email, 2 days. They gave me 2 days and expected us to all of a sudden now I should be able to hold myself accountable and transform my health, lifestyle, and body. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. So that's the important thing. You have to delete this whole concept, whether you're just getting started or you're kind of somebody that's in that middle point or that maintenance mode where you've been healthy for a while. Maybe you've lost a significant amount of weight. Maybe you lost 100 pounds and you've kind of just been stuck there for a while. You may be falling victim to this mindset trap. And that may be why you're not moving forward, is because you feel like, I should be able to do this on my own by now. Just delete that mindset. It doesn't exist. It's called learning. It's called giving up ego. It's called leveraging other people's knowledge. It's called being coached. It's called being a part of something bigger than yourself and feeding off that energy and getting the best results possible. And that, my friends, is how we own it. Every meal, every workout, every day. I will see you on the next episode. All right, now hold on just 1 second before you take off. Have we gotten connected yet? Have we gotten social yet? I am loving, over the last few months, you guys have been reaching out to me. We've been connecting, and people have been sending me messages like, wow, you replied to my email, or you replied to my Instagram message, or wow, I got to ask you questions when you went live in your Facebook group or on Instagram. And that's like my main form of compensation right now. As you all know, I'm making like $4 a month from my podcast. So my main form of compensation is connecting with you guys, actually helping you and knowing that my message is connecting. So I want you to hit me up. I want you to follow me on Instagram at Million Pound Mission, or join my free Facebook group by going to defeatthecheat.com and join that rowdy crew. Those are the main 2 areas that I connect with people on social. Instagram at Million Pound Mission, and my Facebook group, defeatthecheat.com. That just reroutes you to be able to join the Facebook group. But I love to connect. So let's get connected. It's not just you listening, me and your earbuds. It's about going a little bit deeper so I can actually help you out. All right, that's what I'm here to do. And I look forward to connecting, my friends. Talk to you soon.